In this DIY video, we're talking about the Rubbermaid closet system. Coming up. So have you ever had one project lead into another, and then another, and another? If you have, go ahead and give this video a like. So a few weeks ago, we tiled this room. A few months ago, we placed this door because the dog chewed through it. And this is the Murphy wall bed that I built a few weeks ago. Now there's a lot of extra stuff in here right now, and I'll show you why in just a moment. After tiling this room, we decided to tile our bedroom, and then we decided to tile the last room that had carpet in here. And this is used kind of as our workout room, backstock, pantry type of stuff, and my girlfriend's closet. That's why this stuff is in the other room. Now this is my closet, and I have the Rubbermaid closet system in here. The good thing about this is it's fairly modular. You can design it and set it up however you want, but if you find out that you don't like it a certain way, it's fairly easy to move stuff around. The way that the system works is we have a rail that goes across the top, and then you have vertical rails that run down the wall. And then you can set up shelves, you can set up closet bars to hang stuff from. There used to be a safe right here, so that's why it's open right here. I'm going to be redoing this area here shortly. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do. And then to the right side, I have these basket drawer type things. And you might be wondering to yourself, why do I have this closet and she has the one in the room next door? That's because we just keep our stuff separated. It makes it easier so that one's not flowing into one space and vice versa. And we've been together for 17 and a half years, so I feel like the key to a long relationship is separate finances and separate bathrooms. I guess separate closets too can be thrown in there. And so this is the system that we got right here. This is the 4 to 8 foot closet. And so we're going to be putting this in today. I have a couple other pieces that have been sitting in the storage room for several years, and we're going to grab those as well. On the back side of the box here, we do have some examples on some of the setups that you could do to get you started. And they even have it broken up by the width of your closet. This particular space is 5 feet wide for us. All right, went ahead and marked where I'm going to put the top rail. I got the studs marked. Got 3 studs here. There's one in the corner there. There might be one in the corner here. The stud finder didn't go over quite far enough in the corner. It's very echoey in here, and I have tinnitus, so I'm going to use ear protection. So with a couple of these, like the one over here in the corner, there's no stud over there. There's 3 studs here, and then I have an extra piece to put in here. So there's a stud over here, but the stud on this side is right here. You can overlap the rails. I don't want to do that because that would just bother me. So I cut it, and I'm going to put an anchor in right here. I know that I've showed them in another video. I don't remember which video I've shown them in, but these anchors are great. If you need an anchor for drywall, these are what you should go with. See if I can try and demo this for you. So you'll stick it in the hole like this. Then you grab these ends and you pull them even, which causes the anchor to go flat against the hole. You pull it up against the hole. You might give it a little twist because there's going to be some like paper on the back side of the drywall that might get in the way, and give it a little twist to kind of get that paper torn out of the way. Then you're going to grab this guy right here, and you're going to ratchet it down. It's kind of like a zip tie. It definitely sounds like a zip tie. It's got little teeth in there, so you'll push it down against the hole, and then you'll just break these tabs off. Here we go, it's flat against the hole. Honestly, if I had just gone at an angle, I probably could have caught that stud. Oh well. So they do have these covers that can go over the top of the rails to make them, I guess, look nicer. I didn't use them in my closet because I think it looks just fine without them. And I feel like they would just get in the way anyway, because you have to put them around the vertical rails. So here's one of the vertical rails. They just have teeth on them, and they just hook on top of the top rail, and then you would put this kind of like that, and you put another one over on that side to cover it up like that. But then if you wanted to move stuff around, that's one more thing that you'd have to remove in order to move stuff around. Now once you figure out where you want these vertical rails, they do have holes here so that you can screw them to the wall. You can use anchors, or you can attach them to the studs if they line up. All right, so after a little bit of work, we got some vertical rails in, and we got the top shelf installed with the bar. These are telescoping, so one will fit inside the other. I had an extra piece from my closet that I used. It was just over a 12-inch piece, and these are 4 feet long, so that's all I needed. So you have an A and a B shelf. One is a little bit smaller, the other one is meant to fit over the top, so they overlap like that. You could cut them if you want. I probably won't right here. I might do some cutting in the other spots. Now right here we ran into an issue. These vertical rails are only 48 inches long, and if you want to extend it down, you have to have the extension kits. Here's the problem. It seems like Rubbermaid isn't really supporting their closet system anymore. At Lowe's they carry ClosetMaid, and at Home Depot they carry some other brand that's kind of similar but still different. I think it might be the same as the ClosetMaid stuff, but it's definitely different than this ClosetMaid system. So these extensions that we found in the garage organization section. It seems like Rubbermaid still makes stuff for a garage system, but as you can see, it doesn't match. We could paint them if we really wanted to, but once there's stuff in here, you really won't be able to see them that well anyway, so we're probably just gonna leave them like that. Now for the top rail, I showed you the anchors that I use, those toggles. They work amazing. They are a little expensive and a little bit overkill for the verticals. Now you could use them. I put 4 screws in each vertical and then 3 screws in the bottom section. That might be more than you need, because really that's just keeping it attached to the wall, keeping it from moving side to side and being able to pull out. Most of the weight is going to be supported by the top rail. So the anchors that I used here were just these guys. I wouldn't recommend these for sporting a ton of weight, but for these purposes they'll work fine. Now, like I said, you could use the toggles and just put like 1 on each of the verticals. That would be more than enough to keep these from moving. In retrospect, kind of wish I had done that. There'd be fewer holes in the wall, but whatever, it's too late now. So these 2 bars right here, I spaced 24 inches apart. That was on purpose because the drawers are 24 inches. So this is one of the options that Rubbermaid has. This is just a canvas drawer slide out. In my closet, you saw that I have the wire baskets. I picked these up on clearance at Lowe's several years ago. I don't know if you can see the price right there. So as you can see, I picked these up on clearance for $3. Most of the time, stuff on clearance at Lowe's doesn't really seem like it's on clearance. It's marked down like $3, $2, maybe $5. These are normally like $40. So $3 clearance was good, but that kind of tells you what was going on with Rubbermaid at the time. So I was able to grab 2 of these canvas drawers. I have 2, I believe, shoe kits, and then 2 additional shelf kits. Those have been sitting in the storage room since I bought them for several years. Got loads of dust on them. So this gives you an idea of how the setup turned out. This is what we currently have. We're going to try and get a couple more drawers to go up here, probably like 2 more. Could even fit 3 more, most likely. And we put in a couple of shelves right here. That's about 18 inches wide right there. So I did have to cut 2 of the shelves down. They're really easy to cut with a hacksaw. Then when you put them on, you put the front edge on first over this tab. And then the back edge has this little plastic clip that slides down over the top. That's just for the drawer side of it. On the other side, they have these tabs that just move backwards to keep the shelf locked in place. So this is an A shelf, which means it's a little bit smaller. The B shelf would go along this back side and stick out a little bit further on the front edge here. That gives you an idea of what it would look like if you had 2 overlapping shelves. Now this isn't that big of a deal to install. If you have all the right parts, don't need to go to Lowe's 2 more times to try and find extra pieces, because you chose to go with a kit that isn't being supported anymore. It might be a little bit easier just to go with the Rubbermaid. That seems the route that Lowe's is going. The brand that Home Depot carries look to be the same as Rubbermaid. They just have a different name on them, but they look the same. This is the Rubbermaid one. If you're curious about the Rubbermaid, I'll put links in the description. We did get this off from Amazon, as well as the anchors. I'll put links in the description if you are interested. So I still have to put the track back on the floor so that I can get the doors back in here. That's going to be a project for tomorrow. But like I said at the beginning of the video, you start one project and then it just moves into causing another and another and another. So I have a few other projects that I've been taking care of around here. Have been focused on getting them done and less on filming. It's really difficult when I got to do the project and film at the same time and edit and do all that stuff because I'm doing it all myself. I apologize. I wish that my upload frequency was just a little bit more consistent. But I guess that's it for this video, and until the next project, we will catch you on the next one. See ya.